Hi, my name is Raul, and welcome to Come Out Punching, a weekly installment in the world of sports. And today I wanted to discuss a couple topics. However, I'm going to start off today with Kobe Bryant announcing his retirement from the NBA after 20 NBA seasons. Now, as an NBA fan, it doesn't come to us so much of a shock that Kobe Bryant is retiring after 20 NBA seasons, since the last 2, 3 years he's been plagued with injuries. ACL, I believe he had an Achilles injury as well. And those are injuries that you don't come back as strong. He's not 25 years old anymore, and they get to you. But I didn't want to discuss so much the fact that he's retiring, more so to speak, to the kind of farewell that he is receiving from the NBA fans and the NBA in general. Now, I go through a list of players here, NBA players, and I really don't see it, the next superstar getting that kind of farewell. So, for example, there's Kevin Garnett, who's given a lot to the game, Celtics Nation, Timberwolves, and just a lot of passion, being an anchor on defense. However, you don't see that. If you go in an Orlando Magic game, I don't foresee Orlando Magic fans giving Kevin Garnett that kind of farewell. You have Tim Duncan, another Mr. Fundamental, great NBA player, 5-time NBA champion, and played with one organization as well. Never in the spotlight, which I think kind of diminishes his stardom. Not take away from his NBA game, Mr. Fundamental, like I said, consistently averaging later in his career 10 and 18 or 18 and 10. Now, you go down that line and you think of Kevin Durant, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, um, and further down Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, but you really don't see that. You don't, at least not in the NBA where there's that next superstar. LeBron James is a superstar. However, he's has a lot. He's lost a lot of respect from NBA fans. The typical NBA fan does not like LeBron James, in my opinion. I like LeBron James. I think he's great. He's been great for the NBA, but he hasn't really earned that respect from fans because of the decision. Who knows? But you go down the line, and it's it's kind of hard to see, and it got me thinking as to when that next superstar will come that will get a farewell like that. And I would like to say Tim Duncan, but it's kind of hard to see. But let's move on from that, I guess, from the past to the present. How about them Warriors? 23-0 with a victory today over the Indiana Pacers. Now, that win streak, if you look at their schedule, it's kind of hard for me to see them lose, at least until Christmas, with when they face the Cavaliers. Now, that win streak of 23 as of today is quite amazing. Actually, it's they played more road games, I believe, than home games, and the games aren't even close, which is what's astonishing. They had a few close games in this current road trip versus the Jazz and Brooklyn. Brooklyn gave them a fight until late in the third quarter, but their win streak is just amazing. And I would like to say that Boston might give them a challenge. That's their next opponent. At Boston, Boston's a very underrated team, young team, a lot of energy. They can match them with the energy. Like I said, Golden State is on the current 7 game road trip. It's game 6 for them of that 7 game road trip. And for some reason, I really don't see the Warriors winning now. They had to lose a game, right? I mean, they're 23-0. Can they get to 33-0? Perhaps. But I do have them losing before Christmas. And I would like to say versus the Celtics, I really thought it was going to be today versus the Pacers. That didn't work out so well. They were up by 20 at halftime, and the game wasn't even close. They won by 7, I believe, but it wasn't really that close. And that's the present. But how about the future of the NBA? If you don't follow the NBA regularly, you probably never heard of this kid. As much as of the NBA hadn't heard of him, Chris before the NBA draft, I should say, and that was Kristaps Porzingis, Latavian 7'3" white guy. He gets booed. I wish I could show you some tape on draft day. He's the third overall pick by the New York Knicks, center from Latvia, 7'3". The the NBA draft is held in Madison Square Garden where the Knicks play, and it was just a bunch of boos. This 7'3", 19-year-old kid is getting booed his brains out in Madison Square Garden by the Knicks fans who've probably never even seen the Euro League or never seen anything of that sort. They don't know how the kid plays. But boy, let me tell you, that kid can play. That Kristaps Porzingis guy has shown the Knicks, the NBA, and the common NBA fan that this kid can play. Not only can he play, but he has this sort of toughness that you just cannot teach. Charles Barkley has that, or had that, and you kind of see it in this kid. He's 19 years old, white guy, 7'3".